All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. As you can tell, I am fully immersed in this man flu that I've got. Literally, the last couple of hours, I just feel like my temperature's gone up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So this video won't be that long, but I wanted to at least finish the video that I started yesterday, which was about reviewing our signings and in particular reviewing the transfer window. So forgive me if I look like death, I feel like death, but I am going to try and drag my way through it. And yeah, I hope not mad, but it's looking like it. It's looking like I caught something out there. So let's see what happens. I'm hoping good shower, good session at the gym tomorrow, open up the lungs, and it should go. But anyway, pray for me, guys. Thank you, Jermaine. Appreciate it, my brother. Uh, in fact, thank you, all of you. Seen the nice messages there. Thank you. All right, so I was finishing ranting on Koscielny. I'm not going to waste any more time on him, but we sold him in the end for 5 million. And I think that was a good bit of business. He wanted to go. I would have sold him anyway. I don't think he could have lasted much longer, to be honest, because we're talking about a guy who was pretty much a broken man in the end. And in the end, I don't think he had much to offer. So I think it was a good thing in the end that he left. And then moving on, we sold Mohamed El Nene, which was a good thing. We needed to sell him. I think I talked about that yesterday. The one that surprised me a little bit was that we loaned Eddie Nketiah. And he's killing it for Leeds at the moment. He scored 3 goals in the last 4 appearances. And he's playing for a big side, a big club. I know I'm in the minority here. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it, my brother. I know I'm in the minority here. But I honestly, to be perfectly frank, I'm not convinced about Eddie Nketiah, at least before the loan. So I was open to the idea of loaning him a lot. I know there was a lot of people that said, yeah, but if you let him go, then you have no strikers. Trust me when I say this. Martinelli, you know how everyone's going to say he's playing on that left-hand side? Trust me, he's a project, and I'm fairly certain he's going to be playing up front. I think they're going to use him as a striker. Yes. Thank you, Jermaine. I co-signed this message from Jermaine. So for me, I think it's a case of give him that experience, let him develop more, gain some life experience, gain a new experience, playing under a new manager, a new way of thinking, being the main man out there. And I think he's relishing that challenge, you know. I know that he's an Arsenal fan, albeit I know he started at Chelsea, but he's come out a few times and said that he's been an Arsenal fan. He's determined to succeed at Arsenal. Obviously, Reece went on loan this year. I thought Emil Smith-Rowe would go on loan. But I guess, and I'll come back to this guy in a minute, but with Mkhitaryan leaving, that allowed an opportunity for Emil Smith-Rowe to stay and fight for his place and develop further. And I agree with you, Mike. Not that I'm saying that Eddie is slow. I think he's got just as much movement, but Martinelli looks like something special, to be perfectly honest. And Marbles, I agree with you, my brother. I think he needs to excel this season. I know there are a lot of people that believe maybe the championship is his level. I hope he does well. I like seeing the youngsters do well, man. I like seeing the youngsters do well. And if you notice, if you look around the Premier League, there is a lot more focus on younger talent. You know, with all the people that we've shipped out this summer, a little fun fact, our average age has come down from, I think it was like 28 to just under 25 years of age. And I think that will hold us in good stead because towards the back end of last season, we played like a team that had run out of steam. And I did say this at the time, that if you look around the team, all of a sudden, We got really old, and I didn't know when or how that happened. And it seems like the main focus of Josh and his team is to address that. Buy young, invest now, and if they become superstars and we get stupid money, Guendouzi being an excellent example of that, then we may let them go. Having said that, let me not blow too much smoke up Guendouzi's ass. I've been telling people off all week for doing the same thing. Thank you, VP. I appreciate it. I think, and I'll come back to this comment, Mad. I'll come back to this comment. I think, with Guendouzi, he's played so well, but it's one fucking game. I actually think he's had a good start to the season. And you guys thought I was crazy when I said that. Other than the Liverpool game, where I felt like Xhaka being shoehorned in actually upset the balance of Guendouzi and Willock. I think that problem again reared its head against Spurs. Except Guendouzi adapted better and decided, you know what, fuck this. I ain't been pushed to the background for Granit Xhaka. And he stood up, particularly in the second half. To be honest, I thought first half he wasn't bad. I thought he was one of our better players, but he definitely kicked on in the second half. Coming back to the wage bill, yes. I mean, I'm going to come back to your point, Mad, but Mkhitaryan, before I come on to that. Now, Mkhitaryan going was a surprise, and it was a big surprise because he played at the weekend. And I had this, I won't say conversation, it wasn't really a conversation, but kind of like tweet back and forth where me and Lee Judges were talking to some other random, and we were talking about the fact that for some reason, Arsenal love giving a goodbye game to people, whether it's Oxlade-Chamberlain, whether it's, the fuck is his name? Mkhitaryan. There was one other, and I completely fucking forgot what it is. Monreal. All three of these guys, they left pretty much the next day. I was like, well, why did we have to play them? And I think in the circumstances like that, playing a player that is on his way out, to me, it just doesn't feel like a smart thing to do. It feels like they're just asking for trouble. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You could hear me breathing. I could hear myself. My nose isn't stuffed, but I can feel like it's on its way. I can feel it's on its way. I am in full man flu mode, people. So apologies. Thank you, brother. Too kind. So I think for me, the Mkhitaryan sale was one of the most important because you've got a guy who, for whatever reason, the confidence is shot. I said this 18 months ago. Tell me what his best game has been since his debut. And I think it was his home debut because I think he started away initially. His home debut against Everton where he got a hat-trick of assists. Outside of that, tell me a pivotal Mkhitaryan game. I'm sure there's been a couple, but you'd be hard-pressed to remember. And I think for us, 180,000 bags on the wage bill, we needed to get that off. And I think in doing so, we've managed to save. See, reported figures are changing because the first figure I saw was 45 million. The second one I saw was 48 million. And the other figure I saw was 50 million. So I say somewhere clearly in the region between 45 and 50 million, which is a lot of freaking money. And that's without a Mesut Ozil. And that, I suppose, brings me back to this point here. It's, just imagine if we take, I think Mesut Ozil alone, I could be wrong. People, I'm not a mathematician. So if I get this wrong, I get this wrong. But I think it's somewhere in the region. It's either 17 million or 40 million, one of the two, that Mesut Ozil earns over the course of his contract. And I think it's 17 million a year. which is just an incredible amount of money. So if you take Mesut Ozil off, Mustafi's on 90,000 bags a week. How this motherfucker missed the axe? I mean, he must be counting his blessings. He must be playing the lottery right now, just for the fuck of it. I mean, how did he miss that axe? The manager basically told him, "You're too shit. I don't want you here. Bounce." I do think that the good thing about this situation is that I expect both Mesut and Mustafi to leave in January. I think there's already been some sort of quiet agreement in place with Mesut Ozil and DC United. Don't be surprised, people. And Mustafi, I'm hoping and praying he doesn't play his way back into the team. But surely, I mean, the manager basically said he has no future at Arsenal. So surely he's going to be going in January. So you get those two off the books. And then the only big issue for me that's left is Granit Xhaka, because the manager heavily rates him. I don't know what he sees that we don't. I don't get it, my brother. I don't get it. My brothers, my sisters, I don't get it. Excuse me. Let's have a little gander at what you guys are talking about. Chig, if Emre leaves or gets sacked, who would be the ideal replacement? For me, I'm hearing a lot of chitter-chatter about Jose. I don't subscribe to that. I won't subscribe to that. Let's forget all this Wenger beef with him at the moment, because honestly, I don't give a shit about that. It's more about the fact that this motherfucker can't last more than 3 years at a club before it becomes toxic. So it's not even like he just does 3-year stints and then bounces quietly. There's always destruction in his wake, and not for me. I personally, my ideal choice would be Nagelsmann. He's young, driven, talented, hasn't got any kind of Arsenal ties. I wouldn't want Freddie. I love Freddie. I don't want an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer situation. So I'll get Nagelsmann personally. Because I fully expect for what's his name, Allegri, to be at United before the end of the year. So I would go and get Nagelsmann because I think he's the next best out there. Simeone, I could see the logic. He would sort out the defense. And I like Simeone. You guys know, I think he was my second favorite to take over the job before Emre came on board. So I wouldn't necessarily be against that idea. But what Arsenal fans have shown with all this pragmatism is that people don't like the defensive setups now. Imagine if Simeone takes over. Shit, people will be vexed. So yeah, it might be best to not go near Simeone. But I like him. I think he's a good manager. Luis Enrique, I've never rated him. Not for me. Not for me. Do I think Mertesacker could coach us? I think he could coach. Don't know about this head coach shit though. But I'd be all right with him coaching. Why not? Motherfucker knew how to defend. I'd be fine with him coaching. Making Nelson and Martinelli the backup is a huge statement. It's a huge belief in them. It's putting belief into them and showing that, listen, we believe in you. So go out there and smash it. So I'm happy with that. Thank you for the donation, VP. What is, Chig, your thoughts on Unai Xhaka comments? Just to clarify, because I saw something from someone that said that Unai would never drop him or some shit. Is that the case? Is that the comments you're talking about? Let me know, just so that I know. Take a shot, Chig. I have been. I've been making coffee. I've been making Irish coffee. Or Jamaican coffee, I guess. Coffee, honey, and a shot of rum. J. Rob, Thank you, brother. I'm in man flu mode, but I'm okay. I'm okay. This is why you have weeks off, people. So there's no pressure to be okay for work. I could just drink water and let this just flush this shit out, and let it ride out. And hopefully, I'll get to the gym tomorrow. Do some stuff that's going to open up my lungs a little bit. So get on the bike, maybe do the cross trainer a little bit, maybe fuck the weights tomorrow. Just do a lot of cardio. Nice hot shower. I think that will set me okay. Allegri's quality. I hope you get better. Thank you, Wilson. Appreciate it, bro. All right, man. Any questions? Weirdly, doing this with you guys, it does take my mind off it. So let's go another 10. Another 10. Oh, sorry. Fuck it out. I didn't even finish the content of the video. So, yeah, so talked about Mesut Ozil. And I think if we can get that, then that will be it. I think everybody will be united if we can get rid of Xhaka, Ozil, and Mustafi. Because these players, rightly or wrongly, are polarizing the fan base. The fan base can't agree on them. Like it's like people, and I said this on Twitter, and a few people liked it. People are more obsessed with the idea of what these players can do, or should be able to do, or can do, rather than the reality of what they're doing now. You know, like Mustafi is a World Cup winner. In theory, he should be a decent enough defender. And people would defend him to the hills based on that theory. But the reality is we know better. You know, Mesut Ozil, listen, you will never hear me say different. This motherfucker is one of the most talented footballers in the world. Quote me. My issue with him is that he, as far as I'm concerned, chooses not to show that. And then gets paid the highest wages at the club, like some kind of mercenary, for doing so. That's what pisses me off about it. You know, for me, for all of the shit Iwobi got, the motherfucker tried. I don't see Ozil trying. And then as for Granit Xhaka, oh my gosh. You know what winds me up? People who talk this captain's talk of, oh, you know, we need to defend better. We need to be this. We need to be that. We need to be united. I deserve the captaincy for my performances. Oh, please. What are you talking about? You deserve a backslap for your performances. What are you talking about? And for me, the more he fucks up, the more pressure is going to be on Unai Emery. Because there are a lot of Unai Emery outs. And I know someone's going to ask me, because someone asked me on Twitter already, what is my stance on Unai Emery? I'm not a Unai Emery out. But if you notice, I pipe down talking positive things about Emery. Because I'm watching him now. I gave him the pass first season because I think for anyone taking over that job, it was going to be difficult, especially when the owners are not backing you. The owners are backing you now. And now you can clearly see flaws in the team, namely a Granit Xhaka, and in my opinion, a David Luiz. And you are consistently playing them. Yet, someone like Callum Chambers comes in, plays well, he's dropped from the team. Don't make no sense. You know, Ceballos, prior to the Liverpool game, played well, found himself on the bench. Found himself on the left. It's like, well, what's going on? So, to me, these are things that I am starting to critique him on now. Now, for me, I'm not going to be throwing any banners anytime soon or anything like that. But I'm watching. And I'm not writing him off yet, but I've said the same thing about Emery the entire time. To me, his task was simply to get us to the top four. In my view, this is not the manager to win us a league. That's just that's just my view. It's not me trying to throw shade on anyone else's opinion. It's just my opinion. Because I think you need a manager to be ruthless. And as much as I hate Jose Mourinho, Jose would have dropped, not only would he have dropped Xhaka from the starting 11, he dropped Xhaka from the 18. That's the difference. Talking about captaincy, and then you've got these 5 captaincy nonsense, and all 5 of those captains are fucking shit. So it's like, come on. Emre, come on, just wake up a little bit. So, Mustafi's not that bad. No, he is, CJ, I'm sorry. I think you're in absence makes the heart grow fonder mode. He's bad. He's bad. I'll sell him tomorrow. Having said that, somebody asked me today, if I had a player, I had an important final, and I had 2 players. I know they play different positions, but humor me for a second. I had 2 players. Who would I prefer to rely on? I have to play one of those players, Mustafi or Mesut Ozil, or Mustafi or Granit Xhaka. I picked Mustafi both times. And this is coming from me. I'm top Mustafi hater. I picked Mustafi both times. Because I think, in my view, he's more likely to do a good job in his position than the other 2. The other 2 will either hide, or with Granit Xhaka, he needs to be playing a team that's not going to press him. And that's the view, in my opinion. Should Granit Xhaka be the first to leave in January? He won't be. The manager likes him too much. He won't be. Simeone is my choice. I'm obsessed. VP, I like your thinking. I hate all this Emre bashing. Listen, Pablo, don't get it twisted. I am not Emre out. I'm just saying I am watching him closely. That's all I'm saying. Bring in Vieira. I'd have him as a coach, not as the head coach. I take Jose. A lot of Arsenal fans are saying that, not me, so I would not take him. And I believe this, CJ. I honestly do. Yeah, he was. But pace is not everything. Mustafi's not slow. He just doesn't have anything else. That's why Mustafi has such good stats, because he's able to recover and make interceptions. His interception stats are off the charts. It's just every fucking thing else. How far do you think? I think he'll be a great manager for us. I hope so, Hamid. I hope so. I just don't see enough there. I don't see the one thing from him that I think is missing. And I know that this will sound stupid, given the fact he's told Mustafi to fuck off, El Nene to fuck off, and he's frozen Ozil out. But I don't see enough ruthlessness there, you know? And I think in order to be a good manager, like I'll give you a good example, a less obvious example. Jurgen Klopp. When my Swans in, Sturridge kills it, I think, the first couple of seasons for Liverpool. And then he saw that, hold on, this motherfucker always complains every time he's got even a slight knock to his ankle. So he throws him the fuck out, bought a replacement for him, bought an entire front three, and told him to piss off last year. Ruthlessness, no matter who it is. Ruthlessness. You know? Mourinho, there's many examples. Sometimes I think Mourinho overdoes it. But ruthlessness, that's how you're successful. Not just in football, in life. I have no idea what that means. Jose overachieve with that United team. He'd make us contenders, I feel. No, thank you. Thank you, VP. Yes, about him being dropped, not dropped, etc. It is what it is. He lives on his sword, dies on his sword. But for me, you make a mistake like that, you need to be dropped. You know, I saw people saying over the last couple of days, oh, Xhaka had a good game outside of that mistake. No, he fucking didn't. No, he didn't. And people were saying, oh, well, you know, he got better after. It's hard to get much fucking worse. Come on. Chig, you should look into fasting. I lost 18 pounds in a week. I have heard about intermittent fasting. Clearly, I love food too. I mean, look at me, bruv. Come on. I love food too much. But I do need a diet. You're all right about that. Yeah, man. This is what it is. Late night shows, man. I'm all about it. Don't build a team around someone. And there you go. Tamar has it in a nutshell. And that's why I've dropped him. You do not buy, you don't build a team around someone who you can't depend on. And you certainly don't make him captain. But Emery's so terrible at making captains. He'll probably make him captain tomorrow. Don Robbie can buy flu medicine. I could buy myself it. I actually think there's some in the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Go and grab that. Because I can feel my nose clogging up now. We'll be able to know in the next few months if Emre's contract's extended, regardless of the top four. I think it's dependent on the top four, Brandon. I think it's dependent. Granite is my captain, and he'll start when he's fit. I don't look at the stats. He gives us leadership qualities in a good way. He will not be dropped ever. These are the comments. Wow. Wow. See, and the people who don't like Emre being bashed, can you explain? You guys should be the one to defend this, not me. What do you think I should say to that? Because that is what. First of all, he shouldn't be saying that about anyone never being dropped, because it doesn't give him anything to fight for. I hate that mentality. Damn, I don't like that at all. Yeah, he's my captain. He's the one I'd have. Thoughts on the Champions League? What in particular, man? What in particular, Daniel? Which defender will we get in January if we buy one? I'm not convinced we'll buy one. I think a lot of people are gassed on this Upamecano thing. I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you this. I think that's the reason that Luiz was brought in, because you didn't get Upamecano. So I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. Ursul's getting ready for retirement. I'm telling you now, he's going to America. I'm telling you. Bring in the Ajax manager. Interesting. He does have good stats, but CJ, this is why stats always tell you half a story. Always. Because you're right. His interception stats in particular is excellent. But we see what we see. So how do you explain it? Mad. Maybe. I mean, flipping heck. We need some sort of break from football. Maybe. Problem with Emery, he changes too much. Doesn't have a set formation. That's the problem, although he rarely has a fit 11. Everton Suarez on the left wing. I lost 5 stone in 6 months. Oh, interesting. Well done. Congrats. I did think the same thing, Chris, but I didn't want to say that. 18 pounds in a week. It's like, fucking hell. Must have not been able to stand up. I truly believe Emre could make us into the Invincibles. Wow, that is some ultimate faith right there. Icardi to PSG, a good move. It's an interesting one, because apparently he's not. I mean, flipping heck, they're trying to get rid of one troublemaker. Supposedly, Icardi is just as big of a troublemaker. But then again, Uber was supposed to be a troublemaker, so I think it really depends. Maybe, who knows? He's talented. I'll give him that. I never really wanted him for Arsenal though, and I know we've been linked with him a few times. I never fancied that. Never bet on Arsenal. that is the lesson there. I never bet on them. Never. I'm more likely to bet against them, quite honestly. No, it's not. Okay. All right, guys. So just to conclude here, so Arsenal have obviously saved an amount of money. I think they've had a really good transfer window. We've bought in some good players. My only question mark over the player that we bought in is David Luiz, as you guys know. I actually think it was a bigger transfer window for us to get rid of the deadwood. Maybe unrealistically and naively from us. We were never going to achieve that over one transfer window. So it has taken us 3, but previously we got rid of Walcott and people like that. Now we've got rid of El Nene, Mkhitaryan, people like that. We've slashed at least up to 50 million in wages, which is excellent. And we've still got Mesut Ozil and Mustafi to go. And I honestly believe that they're off. I think the Mesut Ozil deal is more or less done, to be honest. And I think you'll start to see that the less big games that Mesut plays. The fact that he didn't even get on against Spurs. And to be honest, he normally plays all right against Spurs at home. So that just shows you to me that, we're starting to move this team on. My worry is Granit Xhaka. He is a big concern to me. Because here you have a 25-year-old footballer, a 26-year-old who's not learning from his mistakes. He's experienced, but he's not learning from his experience. And that, to me, is a huge concern, not just of a footballer, of any employee. If you're an employee who's experienced, but you're not learning from that experience, what the fuck is the point? You may as well play Willock then. And that's a worry. And it's a bigger worry when the manager says that they're so indispensable, they will never be dropped. In my opinion, you shouldn't say that about any fucking player. You shouldn't. And that's a worry. And I feel like he's setting himself up for a big fall, because if Granit Xhaka continues to make that mistakes, and recent history suggests he will continue to make those mistakes, then, and if we don't make that top 4, then Emery can only look at himself and the decisions he makes, that being one of them. So this one's on him. It's a big gamble. If he doesn't drop Granit Xhaka, to me, even if, and I don't rate him and I wouldn't do this, but all right, even if you short term dropped him, just to see how the balance is and see how everything works, if at the very least that is not your answer, I got nothing for you. And those comments are, I'm hoping that was taken out of context. I've not seen any interviews. I did see those words in another Twitter today. I just believed it was bullshit. But now, that is a big worry. So we'll see what happens. But all in all, I think we sold very well, bought very well. I think Kieran Tierney is going to prove to be, I'm going to call it this summer's signing of the summer for us. I honestly believe it. People are looking at Pepe. I think Pepe will take a season. I actually think Kieran Tierney is going to be our signing of the summer. And we badly need someone like him. I think that will improve the balance in the team, and maybe improve the defending in the team as well. So I think all in all, if I'm to give it a mark, Lee always teases me that I give grades rather than marks. So let's give a mark. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was excellent. If Mustafi had gone, and Ozil had gone, it'd be like a 9.5. If Xhaka had gone, it'd be 11 out of 10. But yeah, I think once we do that in January, and I believe it will happen, then yeah, I think it'll be a 9.5 out of 10. Excellent work. Very impressed with the lads. Let's keep it moving. You guys, let me know what you think. Please do leave it in the comments below. Let me quickly go to the chat and see what people are saying. Mike Hash says that's a fake quote. See, here's the thing. That was what I thought. That's why I didn't comment on it straight away, because I thought, surely you can't say that any player is undroppable. Any player. I mean, my word. People always want to give me health advice. Go on. By all means, G. Go ahead. Who's your favourites on the Champions League? Probably Atletico, the way they're playing, to be fair. I think they're dark horses. Watch out for them. I think you have to put Liverpool in there. You have to put City in there. But Atletico, just watch their clock. They might do something. Very possible, Daniel. Listen, I've got limited time, you know. I do work, you know. I do work. At least your net is working today, Chig. Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday. Apologies for that. Thank you, man. Cheers. I appreciate it. I hope so, man. I hope so. You got a lot of faith. I'll give you that. Oh, yes, I forgot to say this. So, yeah, me and Ola will be doing that. It'll either be tomorrow or Thursday. I've got to holler at him. Quite honestly, it depends how this man flu develops over the next 24 hours. But doing a preview with Ola, I could just let him chat away, to be perfectly honest. So I might just let him do that, and we'll kind of ad lib every now and again. But yes, me and Ola will. It's a big card. It's an important fights are happening on that card. So 100%, I will be covering it. And I love watching Khabib fight, so it should be interesting. Thank you, man. And Papa, I'm with you. I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you. I am with you. I doubt it, man. Unless Uber leaves next summer, I doubt it. I think if Uber leaves, I think he might be the good candidate to replace him, to be fair. I might eat in Gucci tonight. No, I haven't eaten shit but water. Because I find that when I eat and I'm ill, it just makes the fucking thing worse. So I haven't eaten anything to that since I had. Sorry, no, that's a lie. I had bran flakes this morning, and that's literally it. I've just been flushing myself out with water since. Okay, now I'm waiting for my advice. I was waiting for my nutritional advice. I personally think City won't go for Upamecano and play Water at centre back. No chance. Trust me, they'll go in for someone like Upamecano. And I personally don't mind, because I think Canute is a better player anyway, but I can't see RB Leipzig letting both of them fucking go. I mean, they'd be crazy to do that. Maybe we can include it with Mustafi. So I'll take Mustafi in it. That's a German brother. Take him. Did you hear about the 90 minutes Arsenal fan page faking suicide? Gosh, I don't even want to know. Honestly, I don't want to know. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. All right, guys, please do hit that like button. I hope you've enjoyed this show. It is 12:30. I'll give it another 5 minutes and I'm out. Please do hit the subscribe button. This is what I do. I do the occasional movie review, lots of MMA, boxing stuff, lots and lots of football stuff. Content, mad. And as you can see, even when I'm fucking ill, it doesn't stop me. It don't stop me. It's only technical issues that stop me. Or if I'm physically not here. So, yeah. Have some soup, Chig. I might buy some. Are we watching your demise right now? Emily. Emily. I can't remember the fucking song. And a smile the world has ever seen. Emily. Emily. The greatest smile the world has ever seen. Bang, 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 bang. I'm going nuts. Great show. Keep it up. All right. 4 more minutes. I will do. OT funds. You know what I mean, VP? Thank you, brother. What's the deal with Lee? Listen, you know what? I'm getting pretty annoyed with fucking Lee. I'm going to text him in a minute. Like, because this motherfucker keeps sending out ambiguous tweets. And then people keep asking me like I'm his keeper. Bruv, it's not my news to share. You know, as far as I know as much as you. Well, I know a little bit more, but I know as much as you. And he's gone abroad. He's just gone abroad for a little while. He'll be back soon. He'll be back to normal very soon. As far as I've seen over the last couple of days, he's done videos. I know he did one today. That's pretty much it, bro. That's literally it. We are good friends, and we're not joined at the hip. So, and even if we were, it's not my business to share. So yes, I have a bit more context knowledge than you guys. But to be perfectly honest, I don't really know all that much than you lot. So ask him. If he doesn't want to tell you, he doesn't want to tell you. Oh, God forbid, Joseph, man. Don't wish that bad mind shit on me. God forbid. That's all anyone remembers. Emily, do you know the song I was singing about your name? Now, this will test your age. If you recognize the song. I would love Ruben Neves. If you want me to be honest, I'd love Ruben Neves. 100%. Just looking a bit off the biz, mate. Nah, I know what you're saying. I know why you're asking. He's just. I need to ask Lee to stop fucking tweeting out shit because people keep asking me questions every time he does it. There you go. There's a smart answer. Fuck, I should have thought of it. That's the answer. There you go. It's got some Brighton shit to handle. Fuck. Yeah, Prince Rupert. It's a new thing of mine because I prefer late night streams. Weirdly, it's more of an intimate thing with you guys. So yeah, I can keep you guys up while I'm up, and you can watch me. In this case, having man flu. So yeah. Oh gosh, honestly, Khan would be one of my dream signings. Listen, I've not lost faith in Leno since the weekend, but some healthy competition for him wouldn't be a bad thing. Oh, hold on. Let me just let me handle this guy real quick. This is This guy definitely wants that war thing. No one's gonna ask you some dumb shit because they just feel like having an argument. That's that guy. So hold on. I'll handle it. No one's gonna ask. Hold on. Let me kick that motherfucker out. Wait. What am I gonna? Oh yeah, there you go. Let me time your punk ass out. Just a quick timeout. Just a quick timeout. Just for that rude shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing my best, y'all. I'm doing my best out here. Would I'd replace him with Ndidi, to be honest. I'd love Ndidi as part of the club. Not just because he's Nigerian, before someone says it, but because he's a good player. Gosh, I'm really doing some fucking overtime now. All right, 2:45, because I'm actually feeling okay talking to you lot. 2:45. 2:45 and I'm out. Get Mustafi a wage fine until he for what? For what? He could sue the club if there's not any demonstrable reason. He's still an employee of Arsenal. He has rights. I know you must be trolling, Paps. I know you must be trolling. That long dip. Well, let's put it this way. I do my thing. I'm not a true Geordie level of freak, but I do my thing. Indeed, his stats similar to Kante at Leicester. It's crazy how underrated he is. Yeah, and he'd be very expensive from Leicester. Best believe. He'll be 60 million up. Fucking Maddison is 60 million up, apparently. And I like Maddison, but fuck me. 60 million. Did you know that Torreira was an attacking midfielder before he came to Europe? Yeah, I heard. I know a lot of people were like, oh, why did Torreira play box to box at the weekend? Motherfucker, he is a box to box midfielder. Don't get it twisted. Yes, he's a good tackler and he tracks back and he's defensively sound when he's on point. But he is a box to box midfield. People have got that real twisted. For me, the Torreira thing is very simple. He just wasn't fit. Full stop. I will do, man. I will do. I'm not really a soup guy, so I'm going to have to buy some tomorrow. Do you think Shaq is a stoner? 100%. He acts like one. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Part 2. Where was part 1? Yesterday. This time yesterday. The only reason I've split it is because it was kind of forced on me yesterday because my internet decided, you know what? I'm not going to give you any more internet for no apparent reason. And I'm not going to log back on for the next hour. So I had to split it. But I did half an hour yesterday. How many years does Uber have left in him? 2, in my opinion. And we've just started one of them. 2 at the very, very top level. 2. Spec 100%. 100%, Emily. 100%. You didn't answer my question, though. Do you know the song I was trying to sing about your name? It's an actual song. I've not just made it the fuck up. It's Hot Chocolate. I think it's either called Emily or Emma. But in the song, it makes no sense because if a song's called Emma, but it starts saying Emily, it's like, Emily's a different name. Hot Chocolate. Oh gosh, I'm showing my age now. To be fair, I went around when Hot Chocolate were around. That's some education my mum gave me. About 80% of the people in this chat room have no idea what I'm babbling on about. Apologies. Awobi's been doing bits for us so far, Chig. Thanks for selling him to us. Oh, yeah, because I made that decision. No, to be fair, I mean, I did say this yesterday. I would have sold him for 40 million, and that's from me. But I knew he would succeed elsewhere. I've said it from day dot. That I feel like he just needs a fan base that believes in him. I think as long as you guys believe in him and don't do an Arsenal fan thing and turn on him, he'll be just fine. And the comment of the night goes to Mike Toritian. Wonderful comment. If Chig joined UFC, would he eye poke Jones? 100%, because I can't stand that motherfucker. I absolutely respect him as a fighter, but I cannot stand him. Joe said next Arsenal manager. Pravin, we just talked about this. Not in my opinion, because he'd leave destruction. I think within 3 years. So no, thank you. But I'll tell you what, Jose would sell Xhaka in an instant. So it may not be a bad idea. Oh, really? Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Fuck me. So how long ago was that? 4-3 loss. Gosh, you are a long time, Leicester. I'm trying to think when that even was. I know it, but only people sing, the only bit that people sing in my name, and I get Emily and Ivory. Emily. Do you know what I mean? Because that was mid Kashani rant. Thank you for the donation. Morning, Jude. Just joined. So we talk about Errol Brown. See? Only Chris's know what the fuck I'm talking about. With a bad man name. Bad man first name. And for those of you who don't know, my first name is Chris. Only Chris's know what I got on. Who would you replace Uber with? Good question. I'm hoping Eddie can step up, or Balogun, who's another youngster who's, you watch that kid come through, whether it's for Arsenal or someone else, he's going to kill it. Either that one of those two or Dybala, who, to be honest with you, I think has gone off the boil, but could just need a new challenge. There's not that many amazing strikers out there, to be fair. Oh, there is one PSV guy. I've forgotten his name, but he's in my Chig Knows Best video series. He's a winger, so blatantly a striker waiting to happen there. Oh, he's amazing. Proper goal machine as well. I get him. Chat room, you guys are smart with shit like that. Who am I thinking of? You was on a roll yesterday. I know. Because I fucking can't stand Kashani for that bullshit. Do you think a proper left... No, what? I figured, and that's why I didn't block you. I figured. But yes, I'm trying all the time, mate. I'm trying all the time. All the time. My next task is to get studio lights. So once I get that, that'll be the next thing. Because I know lighting at the moment is terrible. So that's first on my hit list. I've got my new PSC ready to go. So that should help with shit like lags and stuff when it starts to happen. So yeah. That's the one. My guy, that's the one. Trust me when I say this, he is so good. Just someone look at his goal record. It is amazing. He's not a winger, I'm telling you now. He's a fucking striker. And he's like 22 years old, 23, something like that. So good. Lozano. Lozano's gone to Napoli, yep. Yeah. Mbappe is overrated. He's not Neymar. Mike, do you think that Mbappe would do well here? Of course, VP runs the show, you know. I done told you this. He runs the show. And he's a Liverpool fan, you know. He's on this donation thing. And I never take that shit for granted. All right. So I did say I was going to go now. And tears are coming down my left eye. Is there any other comments or questions anyone wants me to ask real quick before I go? Please do stick a like on this video. Do hit that subscribe. He'd love to be at Arsenal. He's making mates with Guendouzi now. Who's that? Who's that, Emily? Who's that? Spurs take L's on a daily basis. It's a pity we didn't give them one on Saturday. We should have done. We should have done. Missed opportunity, but I'm hoping that we one day inflict that back. Oh, fuck it all. Mbappe. Oh, gosh. Only. If only, Emily. If only. Do you think top six will be broken this year? Oh, now that's a very good question. Possibly. Possibly by Leicester. They look good. I think they look like they have more about them than Wolves. And Chelsea look particularly off the pace. I guess Chelsea will do a madness in January. They almost have to try and secure the top four. Khabib McGregor 3, I hope not. Khabib McGregor 3, they ain't had a second one yet. Where was the second one? Mbappe needs to knock 30 goals plus at any top club for the next 10 years. He isn't a miracle worker. He's a beast of a forward, but not genius. Isn't Mbappe like 19, 20? Give him a minute. Give him a minute. Honestly, I would have sat there in silence. Still one of the most painful memories as an Arsenal fan, because the Chelsea one I could take a little bit more for the simple reason that we never looked in the game. I don't care what anybody fucking says. We outplayed these motherfuckers. Even when we went to 10 men, we outplayed them. We outplayed Barcelona in that game. So that one was really hard to take. Plus, I was cussing out Thierry Henry's name. I was cussing out Jens Lehmann. So that's all the video would have been. It would have taken me 3 or 4 attempts to record it. Trust me. Xhaka knows best. Who would win out of these teams? Arsenal 09-10 with RVP Nasri, or the current Arsenal team? Oh. See, we have a better attack than that team, but they damn sure have a better defense. Because we had, that was just before Koscielny came. So we had, I think we had Torre. We had, actually, I don't know if we had Torre. We had Sagnan, we had Clichy. I think we had Gallas, though. Fuck. I actually don't know, because our defense now is so pathetic. 4-3, the current team. 4-3, the current team. Good question. Good question. A missed opportunity. Defensive balls up would be more of a better description. Still pissed at how we conceded. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. What can I say, bro? What can I say? I've just calmed down from it all, so I've accepted it. It's Arsenal. We can't defend. Water is wet. Move on. Imagine if he came to us in a year or two. Damn, Emily, you're really having proper fantasies about Mbappe. No fucking chance. No chance. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I would have said that about Pepe 3 months ago. But there's Pepe, and then there's that. No fucking chance. No chance. Almunia was what kept us down. We should have replaced him immediately. Yep, particularly in that final. That was another one that I cussed out in the 2006 final. Because I know Messi, I think Messi scored both goals, right? But they were all fucking near post goals. It was like, bro, come on. The fuck? Oh, okay, I'm not going to shout again because fuck. I did something there. All right, I've done some overtime out here. So let's give it 5 more minutes. I'm out. Yes, and that does mean leave before. Leave before. Did I say Messi? Oh, who the fuck scored them goals? Oh, remind me. Who scored them goals? I forgot. Henrik Larsson set up both. Yeah, I forgot Henrik Larsson played for Barcelona. Fucking hell. Football has progressed massively in 10 years. I doubt many teams from 10 years ago could beat Barnsley, let alone Arsenal. Maybe. I think people do underestimate old school football. 10 years ago wasn't that far in the past. Do I think that the City today could beat the Invincibles? 100%. And that's just me being fucking honest. 100%. But I do think old school football gets an unfair rap. It's Balotelli that scored the winner, and Etu. Etu is the name I was thinking about. Yeah, sorry. Etu is the name I was thinking about. I doubt many teams could beat. Oh, okay. Ty scores both goals against us. All right, 2 more minutes and I'm out. 2 more minutes and I'm out. Done over an hour. So you guys should be happy. Considering I've got a cold, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Any more questions? And I agree with you, Mr. Smith. I agree with you. Chig needs a night nurse. Yes. Figuratively and literally. The medicine and the actual nurse would do, yes. One more minute. One more minute and I'm out. One more minute and I'm out. Say, this is ruining my week off, I tell you. I'm hoping I have at least one day to enjoy and I'm well. Mustafi could defend. Worst Arsenal kit ever. Oh. I know people don't like the burgundy one. I quite like that one. I think it's a good one. I've got that one. I don't know. I think the one 2 years ago weren't good. The 2011. Oh, that lime green one. Fuck that one. Sorry. Yes, 100%. I don't like that one at all. All right. Stop wishing bad mind things on me when I have to keep doing the cross. God forbid. Honey, lemon, and a shot of cockspur sorted. Bruv, I've been doing that in tea all day, but I've not included the lemon because I thought I had some. It looks like I don't, so I'm gonna have to buy some more. Who's tucking you into bed? my own black ass. I might have to sleep on the couch, to be honest. I don't trust the feathers on my pillow, quite honestly. So yes, I know that sounds dumb, but I might just sleep sitting up because I'm one of the weirdos that can actually do that. Plus, it helps when you actually have a cold. Plus, I don't have the threat of going to work tomorrow, so even if I don't sleep much, hopefully sleeping sat up will help. I'll breathe a little easier tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be able to do a full day of sleep after the gym. Gosh, I'm a sucker for you lot. All right, 4 more minutes. Thoughts on our last 5 games of the season? Starboy, remind me who they are. Remind me. Make a huge midnight snack. Nah, I've not eaten yet, but I actually think me not eating has helped. So I've not eaten anything since breakfast. Just drinking water. Flush the shit out. It's the best way of doing it. So that's the plan. The occasional shot is also my remedy. Feed a cold, fight fever. I hated our 2010-11 kit. Always gives me nightmare, of course. Especially Koscielny in that kit. Oh my gosh. Overtime Chig is the best Chig for us viewers at least. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Oh, 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes and I'm out. I can see you guys dropping off, so I know you motherfuckers are falling asleep too. 3 minutes and I'm out. Do hit the like button before you go. Who's better, Mustafi or Stefanov? Oh, fuck. Surely Mustafi. Surely. I've got to go, man. I'm too ill, bruv. Too ill. Koscielny is so ungrateful. We stuck by him even after that game. Exactly. Bro, don't get me started. I've just calmed down from it. Just calm down from it. 2 more minutes. Thank you, my guy. And Pepe is getting annoyed at Maitland-Niles. I feel for it, Maitland-Niles. I really do. I really wanted us to get a right back so we can move him back to the middle. But I think it's more likely he's sold, to be perfectly honest. What do you think of moving Luis DM once Holding is fit? It's definitely an option. Or just play back three and if you have to play Luis, and then play him in that. He's good in that position, especially in the middle of a back three, where he's just calling out plays and shit. That's what he's best at. Because his reading of the game isn't bad. It's his concentration levels that's terrible. All right. 30 seconds. Ty Lee formulating a plan to beat GTFC. In a fight, Aguero Xhaka. Listen, I can't stand Xhaka, but he would beat up Aguero. Come on now. I know Aguero's got that temper, but come on now. Okay. All right. Motherfuckers, I'm out of here. Please enjoy your night. Enjoy your morning. Enjoy your afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Hopefully I don't die. God forbid. God forbid. I'm such a guy. Right. So, yeah. I'm going to drink water and flush this shit out. And I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be a lot better. I'll do another video tomorrow. Suggest subject matters at me. I will happily do it. All right. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Take care. Yes, please do pray for me. Pray for me. Thank you. All right. Peace. Take care. Can't even be bothered to hold my hand up for the peace. Just peace. Oh.